Hi there. It's the most beautiful autumnal day. I haven't been out in a long time, mainly because I've been looking after my boy, and he's takes a lot of my time up. But I've come out for the first time in about 2 or 3 weeks, and it just couldn't be nicer. I'm on a new field I've not done before. It's big. I've been here for about 3.5 hours, and I've dug up a lot of lead, a couple of Georgian coins, a Victorian coin. Nothing very old, nothing at all, until now. Now there's several reasons that I'm doing this very quick video. Been having a bit of an odd time of it since doing the last video. I feel I'm very, very lucky. I very rarely get derogatory remarks on my videos, but if you've seen the last video, I had someone being really, really unpleasant. I mean, he was completely, almost sort of lunatic, crazy, ranting and raving about how ashamed I should be for planting all these things, and how it's impossible to find so many nice things, and how he's been metal detecting for 50 years and works in a museum and just doesn't make sense, and all he finds is rubbish and I find nice things. And it shouldn't upset me, but it really sort of did. He just went on and on several videos. Fortunately, as I said, I don't really get an awful lot of this, so I mean, I'm one of the lucky ones in a way. But I've worked really hard to find some really good land, and I'm very, very lucky. I'm the first to say it. The first 5 or 6 years I metal detected on the farm I grew up, people used to laugh at me. I never found anything. It'd been heavily detected. I was just mad about it. And Victorian coins and buttons were all so exciting. I did it for ever and ever and ever. And people would come across, people who worked on the farm, the gamekeepers, have you found anything? Giggle, giggle. Because I never found anything. Fortunately now, and through hard work and getting good permissions and being a great part of the world, I find some really lovely things. I'm really, really lucky. And I don't know what to say to bitter people who don't. I mean, I think in this case, this guy should change his hobby, because I think it'll kill him, how angry he gets. And if you really love surfing and you live in the Highlands, you might have to do something about it. I'd like to show a few rubbishy things, just to show us all, as we know, what we find. But very few channels just record you digging up rubbish time after time. I don't want to watch someone digging up rubbish time after time, and I don't think people want to watch me digging up rubbish time after time. So I don't know what this guy was on about. Anyhow, he's going to get cross now if he's watching, because I'm just about to show you that just what I found after 3.5 hours of finding nothing. And I think it's a random drop. I don't think there's a hot area in this entire field. I really don't. But I've just had a thought. Now, while I've been stewing on this lunatic's rantings, I thought I might do a raffle of sorts, and the winner comes out on a day with me on a really good field. So we'll have to wait till a really good field comes up just for one day, and I think that will be really good fun. And I think it'll be fun for me. I think it'll be fun for the winner. And I think the best way of doing this is if I start a Just Giving page or something like that. So it's all above board. All the proceeds will go to a charity that we can decide on later. It'd be nice if it was metal detecting related, I think. And if it's in a Just Giving page, then everyone who donates the Just Giving page, let's say minimum £10 for this charity, I will draw out of a hat, or however we all do it these days. Let's say two people to come out on a day on a field which I know to be really, really good. We'll find lots of lovely things, and it might just go somewhere to proving or justifying, not that I need to or should need to, why I managed to produce some really good videos. And often, as I told this chap, you know, I might go out 7 or 8 times and film it all and not do a video, but he doesn't seem to accept that. He thinks that every time I go out, I find lovely things, and that's the video for the week. I mean, it does go a bit to explaining why I sometimes do 2 or 3 weeks without releasing a video. Anyway, enough ranting and raving. Right, that's me over with. Let me know what you think about a draw to detect with me for a day on a really good field. I think it'd be really good fun. I know I'd enjoy it, and we'd make a bit of money for charity. But look at this before we leave. It's a random drop, definitely, because there's no hot area. I mean, I've been finding thousands of bits of lead and the odd bit of modern coinage, Georgian buckle, fragment, bits like this. But look at this. It's a Roman silver coin, and it's not just a Roman silver coin. It is absolutely pristine. It's a siliqua, or siliqua, which is a 4th century, very fine silver Roman coin, the main silver coin of its day, pure silver, more or less, not just copper with silver coating. These were very, very clipped, these coins, sometimes by the Romans themselves, sometimes by, they believe, by the Saxons and those people who followed the Romans after the Romans left. And this does look to have been a bit clipped, but I can still see a lot of legend, and I can see Const, which I presume is Constantinople, even though I think Cons is Arles, is the mint mark. I don't know here who the, is it Julian or Valentinian or someone like that, or Valens perhaps? Well, I didn't have an HQ section planned for this video when I was thinking about it in the field, but it was only when I got this coin home and cleaned it, I realised just how good it was. I mean, I've found a few siliquas, or siliqui perhaps is what they should be really called. They don't tend to fare well. They're very, very fine silver coins. But this one is almost mint. The detail and the raised impression on the reverse especially, which depicts the emperor himself holding a labarum in one side and victory on a globe on the other, is just something else. The portrait's pretty good as well, and it shows Valens, who was emperor between 364 and 378 AD, which is a good chunk of time for that period of Roman history. As I said earlier, the siliqua was the main proper silver coin of its day, and they were heavily clipped. It's unusual to find siliqui or siliquas in unclipped condition. I don't think this is clipped. I think it's just damaged. You can see from the outside, most of it's still there. The mint mark is CONST, which would lead you to believe under normal circumstances that of Constantinople. It's not. It's the mint mark for Arles in France. And the other thing of note is in the actual laburnum itself, the standard, there's the Chi Rho symbol, which is an early symbol for Christianity, for Christ. So that's just the most incredible coin. I mean, I feel really fortunate to have found that. I found absolutely nothing else in 4 hours. And this is one of the best Roman silver coins I've ever found. And that's why we've had to come back here and have a quick look at this. But that's it for that. I'm keeping it short. Let's go back to the fields. But it's a silver coin and it's an absolute beauty. It spurs me on to maybe do another hour here, but I don't know. I think that might be me for the day. Anyway, thank you very much. Thank you very much for listening to all that. Let me know what you feel about a raffle or a draw, and maybe what you feel about how much it would cost to enter. I think 10 quid, 15 quid is a nice amount. I think we'd make a bit of money for charity if we did that. And I'll see you very soon for a proper video in probably about 5 or 6 days. And it's a good one.